Hello and welcome, and today we're going to be going over another Bukkit plugin, and today we're going to go over loyalty points, and I'll put the link in the description. But first thing that you're going to do is you're going to hit this big download button. Once you do that, you're going to go to the most recent version, and then you're going to hit download, keep, and then of course show in folder. Once you do that, you're going to go to your Bukkit server, open up your plugins folder. I'm going to delete my last plugins just so that it's all clean. And I'm going to drag this in, and then we're going to hit run, and we're going to start up Minecraft. And yeah, there we go, there, and the server starts up. Start up Minecraft. We go to our local host server. Once we do that, once we log in, we're going to go to the configurations first. We're going to stop the server. Stop the server. We're going to open up the configuration. And so pretty much what this does is every time period it's going to give someone a number of points. So this is the number of points it's going to give them every time period. This is the time period. It's in seconds. This is the how often it updates. That's when it saves, so it's going to save every hour, and then the number of starting points, and then of course the tag of the person and the different messages. And so this is what you want to store it in. I'm actually going to change this to 1 because I was talking to somebody who wanted to display it on a website, like the top, so and so a number of players. You're going to want to use a file type. Actually, you could use an SQL, a MySQL. Actually, I would use the MySQL because that would be easier to use with PHP. But maybe I'll make a video on that later if there's interest. But anyway, so we're going to leave the increment at 1, so they get 1 point every time they stay on a certain time period. And this is the time period, so in seconds, that would be 10 minutes. And so pretty much, so you can change it to different things. For my purposes, I'm going to cut it into 120 seconds. Actually, no, we're going to do 60 seconds. So every minute, I'm going to get a point. I would recommend maybe an hour, or 10 minutes works. 10 minutes seems a little short. You could do 10 minutes, but you would have some pretty high points. So 600 works. The default's pretty good. I wouldn't touch anything else, and that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, you do have to set up the MySQL, so make sure that you're experienced with it. I'm gonna actually set it to 1 and see how the file type works to see if I could access it using the using a certain coding language to use it. Anyway, we're gonna run the server again. Close these files. You can see that it loads up fine. Once we do that, we're going to join the server. So now, in a minute, it's going to give me a point. So we're going to go over the commands. So if I do LP, it's going to tell me the number of loyalty points. I think if I do LP top, it's going to give me the top, so-and-so number of people. I think it goes up to like 9 or 10. If we go back here, you can see more of the commands. You can check another player's point by doing LP and then their name. The next amount of time, so if I do /LP next, I got 25 seconds until I get another point. And then these are the permissions that you need to give your users if you want to use it. I would probably give them all of them. I wouldn't use the give them reload. I would give them all of this, and I would probably, just all of this for in permissions. And then actually they have a user setup, so I would just put the users in there anyway. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all this plugin does. And if we check here, it's gonna say when it gives me a point soon. At least it should. If I do /LP help, you can see more of the commands. Of course, I'll put the link in the description. And if I do LP next, it's going to tell me they're around very soon. It's an interesting way to say it. So if I do /lp, oh, it needs it to be updated. So in like, it's actually gonna need to wait a little bit longer before it actually gives me the point. So general applications for this plugin, I would use it as some sort of reward system. So let's say you give somebody, if you were gonna use different permission status, so let's say someone reaches 500 points, they've been playing for a certain amount of time. Let's say you get a point for every hour. It's 500 hours. It's a lot of hours in. So you want to give them so and so amount for reaching that point. Sadly, there's no way of linking this to another plugin, so there's no way to give them money for it. They're just gonna have to tell you as an admin what point level they are. So that's why I would make it bigger, like permissions based thing. So like maybe after a certain amount of time they get free donator status or something, so that maybe some of the kids who can't pay, they can pay in different ways, like always being on your server. Because when you have more users on the server, then your server becomes more attractive, and then you get more people who would actually spend money on your server, if you're looking for donating. So now it gave me the point. You would want to change this update time though, since mine is only 60 seconds. Update timer, I would set it to 60 seconds. 60 seconds, 1 minute, cycle divided by 4, cycle time in seconds divided by 2. Oh, so they actually do have a setup for the update timer. So yeah, so I would set it to 60 seconds if you want. It's still going to give people the correct amount of points for the time that they've been on, but it's only going to give them every 150 seconds the points. So you can change that if you want. I wouldn't set it to anything ridiculous. I wouldn't set it to 1 second. I would actually maybe set it to, depending on what you have, I would set it to around half of what your time is. So maybe 30 seconds for this, but that's a little much. So I would actually set the cycle time to around 30 minutes, which is 60 times 30. I'm not sure what that is off the top of my head. 60 times 30. I should know this. Should be like 180 or 1,800. But anyway, so that's probably what I'd set it to. So for half an hour, and then I would set it to about, it's gonna update every 10 minutes maybe. But anyway, thanks for watching, and if you thought the video was helpful, please comment, rate up, subscribe. If you're still confused and want some more clarifications about how things work, just post a comment and I'll respond to you as soon as possible. But anyway, thanks for watching, and come back next time.